With everything that you have going on, it's probably wise to learn how to delegate. And today, that's exactly what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about how to delegate and how to do it effectively, and we're getting started right now. I have 3 kids. I have my 8-year-old stepdaughter, and I have twin 3-year-old boys. And they are terrible. I love them to death, but they're terrible. So, I run a business. I'm an entrepreneur. I have multiple businesses. My wife works, and we have children. And our house gets dirty. It gets messed up fast. Dishes pile up faster than what I believe they should, and so does the laundry. And you clean up the living room and the kitchen, all that stuff, and then it looks like a tornado came through it seconds later. It got overwhelming. It got stressful. I would hate, just living in a dirty space, that I just got done cleaning not too long ago. And, this went on for months on end. Me and my wife would always have to clean. She did more cleaning than I did. I'll admit, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm trying to build a business here. But I did a lot, though, cleaning as well. And this was overwhelming on us. And finally, I was like, you know what? These kids, they're going to learn today. Straight up, because I'm tired of cleaning up after them and not getting any, not getting them to respect the house afterwards, or not cleaning up after themselves. It was frustrating. So, I started teaching the kids, especially like Isabella, because the boys were 3 years old, teaching her how to clean up certain things, like putting their dishes in the sink when they get done eating, and having her help clean the kitchen after dinner and stuff like that. And the boys would catch right on because they'd see her older sister and all of us clean, so they'd want to clean too. And obviously, this took a lot of time to teach them how to clean effectively. It's like they'd miss spots when they're sweeping, or not wipe the table down properly, whatever. So it took a lot of time. It took more time than what it would take for me to clean it in the beginning, to teach them how to do it. And it wouldn't get done as good as I could do it, but it still gets done good. But over time, after they learn how to do it, now it frees up me and Stephanie. We have more time when we're not stuck with everything, and the house is more cleaner, not as stressful. I mean, you're gonna be stressed when you got kids running around regardless, but it's not as stressful, and we're happy, and we live in a clean environment because we made that investment in teaching our kids. And as I mentioned, I am a solo entrepreneur. So entrepreneur, everybody thinks, like, oh, an entrepreneur, you got more time to do what you want than other people. And that may be true after you've already built a large business for over a certain amount of time, But in the beginning, the first 3 to 5 years, maybe even longer, no, you actually have less time, because you had to work at least twice as much as other people do. Like, I spend at the bare minimum 80 hours a week working on my business, minimum. And then I have my kids and all that stuff, and I also spend more time with my family than any of my friends that I know that I grew up with, hands down, easily. And I'm not saying that to brag. I'm just putting things into perspective here. So I spend so much time working on my business, and because there's so much to do, and I'm a solo entrepreneur, and I'm a passionate person. I live with passion, and I was excited. I'm living my passions in life, except for, I feel overwhelmed because I got all this stuff I got to do all the time, and I always felt like I'm falling behind, even though I'm my own boss and I don't have like a certain schedule, but I hold myself to a standard, and I make goals, and I want to get them done in a timely manner, and I'd always feel like I was falling behind and stressed, and it got to a point where I almost felt paralyzed because I run multiple businesses. I got all this stuff I got to take care of, and I just don't have enough time in the day to do it all. And it wasn't until I read a book by John C. Maxwell called Developing the Leader Within You. I'll try and link that up here in one of these cards, or in the comments or description below. But I read this book by John C. Maxwell, and he talked about in there, in Developing the Leader Within You, this 80-20 rule, where you spend 80% of your time developing the top 20% people, 20% of the people in your organization. Or you spend 80% of your time on the top 20% of activities that give you the most return. Or you spend 80% of your time, so on. Like you apply the 80-20 rule to everything that you do. Spend 80% of your time on the top 20% that gives you the best return. All that good stuff. and then you delegate the rest. That you spend time in the other areas, and then you delegate the rest. And I was like, wow, So I thought, I'm a solo entrepreneur. How can I delegate when there's no one to delegate to? I'm doing this all by myself. Obviously I want to build my company up to where I have employees and other partners and stuff to work with, but right now it's just me. How do I do that? So, I learned about Fiverr.com, and if you haven't heard about Fiverr.com, it's pretty awesome if you're a solo entrepreneur, because I would spend, literally when I first started doing this YouTube thing, I got it down to where I can edit videos faster and upload them and all that good stuff and do the keyword research. But I was spending a lot of hours each week, creating the video, like what am I going to talk about? Then I had to do the keyword research, like, how to rank the videos, all this stuff, and then I had to edit the videos myself and then put them on YouTube. And that was taking up so much time. Plus, I'm making these little pictures. I take pictures, professional photos that I took through a photo shoot, and then I put them in Photoshop and add a quote to them, and then schedule post them on Facebook and Instagram so I can help grow my following there and keep my following engaged. And it was just taking up so much time, and it was just so frustrating because I was staying up so late and not getting the amount of sleep that I needed, and my production was slipping. And I learned about Fiverr.com, and you can get all, like, anything digital wise done for a really low price. Starting at $5 an hour. You can have them make your intro video for your YouTube video. You can have them make these photos that I was talking about that I was sharing on Facebook. You can have them make your cover photos and profile pictures for all your social media. You can have them make your logo for your company. You can have, digital assets, PDFs to send out to people to give whenever you're having them opt into your email list. All this stuff, they do. There's so much more that they have, and it was a great way for me to delegate, at a low price, and it helped free up a lot of time. So the big takeaways to take away from this video in particular is the 80-20 rule. That is the number one thing to take away, is the 80-20 rule. That thing has changed my life. You focus 80% of your efforts on the top 20% of priorities that give you the biggest return, or you spend 80% of your time developing the top 20% of the people in your organization. Apply that 80-20 rule to everything that you do in your business, and you will see a great transformation. Find people that you can delegate to, whether it's your family, like the situation I had with my kids, or if you have business partners or people that you work with, or just people that believe in you in general and want to help your cause out. Find people that you can delegate tasks that are not as important. The 80-20 rule. Spend your 80% of your time on the top 20% of tasks, and the other 20% knock out the other stuff that you can, and whatever you can't finish, delegate. Saves you so much time, and you'll become so much more effective because you're spending your time on the things that count. And last but not leastly, outsource when possible. Fiverr.com is a great place to outsource. There's plenty other ways to outsource certain things and projects. Find ways that if you can outsource something at a reasonable cost, that's going to allow you to have more time, because time is our most valuable asset, not money. Time is, then do it. It's going to get you more money. It's going to get you more ways to add value and achieve your purpose in life. If you found this video helpful and you want to watch more videos on how to prioritize and delegate and all that good stuff, check out that playlist right there. And if you know anybody that struggles with delegating tasks, that just always seems to be being pulled in all different directions, please share this video with them, because you never know what this message could do for someone at a specific time in their life. What kind of impact could that make? And as always, if you want to reach your potential and crush your goals, start right now by hitting subscribe and tap the bell notifications. That way you don't miss anything. Thanks for watching, my winning friend. I will see you next time.